Hey, this is Seth with In Demand Career. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my February 2024 digital marketing career walkthrough video, where I'm going to walk you through just a handful of the thousands of open digital marketing jobs available in the United States. So let's get going. This job posting is for a paid search associate, and if you guys have watched my videos, you know what I like to do is I like to help you decipher and decode these job postings so you can understand what the person posting the job actually means beyond what is typed into the job posting. And this is how my students get jobs. Even when you think on paper they actually aren't qualified for the job, based on what's printed, they actually are qualified, and that's how so many of my students get hired. But this one, I think it's really cool because this is a true entry-level position. In fact, a couple of my students here, I know Jay is a student who took my course a long time ago, is working at this company, Tinuti. I don't know how to pronounce the name. But this is an associate paid search position. Complete and support paid search campaigns, which means Google Ads, reporting, analytics. And right here, guys, remember, whenever you see 1+ years of related paid search work experience, that is code for this is definitely an entry-level position. I've had students get jobs that say up to 4 years experience. You're going to hear me repeat this again and again, but you definitely if you've done the course and done everything I tell you to do and done all the assignments, you definitely would be a good candidate for this position. One of the things I like to do also is kind of, let's see, check out the skills so like if you have LinkedIn Premium, you can click on this button, show all skills, and what it's going to show you is the other skills that other applicants have. And when you see skill sets, soft skills that are really, honestly, on LinkedIn, these skills are pretty worthless, like communication, customer service, leadership, teamwork, time management. These are very unimpressive skill sets that almost any person over the age of 18 could put on their LinkedIn, or recent college graduates. That's not what the employer cares about. They care about paid search, Google Ads, digital marketing. So when you see this you click the skills and you see that your competitors have these skill sets, it should encourage you and make you feel more confident when you're applying and understand that you're going to stand out from the other 812 people who've applied for this position. Another thing I like to point out, guys, is that, again, when you see reposted and there's so many applicants, do not be discouraged. This is encouraging. This means that they are still looking for somebody. And when you see so many bad applicants and so many unqualified applicants, you shouldn't be thinking, oh no, I have too much competition. You should actually be thinking, I don't have that much competition, because obviously they're still looking for somebody. $50,000 to $55K a year is a true entry-level position. This looks like a very good opportunity, and I definitely recommend checking this one out. This is a PPC specialist at Blue Corona, and I believe I have had students work here as well. And Blue Corona is an agency that is working, with a lot of, it was named one of the Inc. 500 companies, best places to work. And it's a remote first company. So create, manage, and optimize paid search campaigns for clients, Google, Bing, other ad networks, analyze performance of PPC campaigns. Guys, you heard me say this again and again. When you see college degree, you can ignore that. If you have a degree, fantastic. But employers really don't care. This is, I say this again and again, this degree requirement thing is something that started in the 1980s, and it was just an absurd kind of human resources practice that is taking a long time. But I've been reading articles lately, actually. Here we go. So this is from a website called HR Dive, which is human resources. Nearly half of companies say they plan to eliminate bachelor's degree requirements in 2024. Yeah. The headline is basically it. Companies it's taken them a while, but they understand that a degree is just completely unrelated to any of the skill sets necessary to do the job, which is why so many of my students who don't have degrees have done so well. If you have one, great. If don't worry about it. 1 to 2 years of PPC management. Remember, guys, 1 to 2 years is also communicating to you that this is very entry-level position. I've had students with as little as 3 months of experience or even 2 months of experience get jobs that say you need 1, 2, or even 4 years of experience. You have Google Ads certification if you've done everything in the course, and I definitely would recommend applying to this. Don't just click Easy Apply. Well, first of all, if you're going to use Easy Apply, make sure your LinkedIn is filled out the way I show it in the course. But beyond that, you should go to, and all you gotta do is just go Corona Agency Careers. You just Google. I just Googling this off the top of my head. I didn't know this website previously, but I know when you see a job posting, Google that company and their careers page, and then, apply on their website, and they're gonna tell you all about their culture. Again, it's also cool to see, remote first environment, bonus plans, 401k. I think the other job over here also had similar stuff. Unlimited PTO, holidays, 17 paid holidays. That's insane, guys. I mean, the culture in the US is very different than in Europe, and we're known for working all the time. In this field, this is the work-life balance that you've heard so many of my students talk about, which is that they care about your mental health. Honestly, not because they really care about you, but because they want you to perform, and they know you're going to perform better and stay with them longer if you're treated well. And that's why there's such good work-life balance at these positions and in this field. This is a cool opportunity. It's kind of the opposite of what we've seen a lot of the time, which is that it's only got 2 applicants. And that's probably because this is a in-office job in Henderson, Nevada, which I believe is in Vegas. Henderson is like southeast of Vegas, right? So the reality is that there's not that many people. Look, 2 applicants in 1 week. So it says this is not a remote position. Now, in this case, this is an interesting situation that illustrates one of the points I make, which is that you could still apply because they've only had 2 applicants. So they really are going to have to question themselves. If only 2 people have applied and they can't find someone to do the job, then they may have to expand what they're willing to do. But at the same time, I have had other students, if you're young, you don't have a family, I've had people relocate for jobs because it's better than going to college because you're actually getting paid and you're actually building, experience that's going to leverage you up to a higher position. I like that it's talking about the core values, curiosity, problem solver, champion teammate, and then basically ownership of profit loss for pay-per-click campaigns. And I like how it doesn't even say required skills, anything about proven experience managing huge budgets. It's talking about knowledge of Excel, math skills. And when people ask me about math all the time, algebra that's kind of a funny thing. I wouldn't worry about it if you don't have algebra. I don't know. I took algebra in high school. It's not really relevant. What's relevant is business math. They said profit and loss, statistics, understanding if a campaign was profitable or not. So detail-oriented, problem-solving. Bonus. It says bonus is pay-per-click marketing experience and 1 year of data analyst experience. SQL, do not worry about that. And solid knowledge, that rhymes, of Google Ads. And a little bit SEO. Guys, this is a really good opportunity. I would encourage you guys to check out this company, even though if you don't live in Vegas. And the other thing is, again, a 50 to 80K is a huge salary range, indicating that they would like someone with experience, but they're willing to pay someone at an entry-level position. So I would definitely, research the company, check it out. Some of you guys, I have a lot of students that are willing to relocate. Apply. Even if you're not willing to relocate and they say it's not remote, you can say, hey, I know you said it's not remote, but I really like your company and here's my, application. So again, they haven't had that many applicants. Here is a PP specialist, Jurist Digital, starting at 45K. And again, this is a really good entry-level salary. Remember, guys, the entry-level salary is not your end game. It's the first job that you can leverage up to 60K and beyond after 6 months to a year. Create, manage, and optimize paid search campaigns, Google, Bing, other networks, analyze performance of PPC campaigns. Perfect. Everything you're learning in the course. Curiosity, work ethic, intelligent coachability, self-motivation. Again, this is all the stuff I'm trying to inspire you to have from the course. I want you to have that curiosity and excitement, enjoyment of learning, and that enthusiasm, be able to nerd out and geek out with the people that are interviewing you. That's what's going to get you a position like this. Previous digital marketing experience to, look at this, internship, part-time or full-time role. Guys, this is what I'm telling you in the course. Let's say you got a client or you got an internship. Perfect. Put it on your resume the way I show you to do it. And that's this is valuable. This is more valuable than any degree. They put right here, 1 to 2 years of PPC management experience. Again, that's code for we want any experience at all. Certification, analytics, you guys have all that if you've done the course. This is really cool. And I don't think this one even mentions a degree because like it doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant. And then, yeah, flexible time off, mental health days, halftime Friday. Yeah, again, the work-life balance and the culture in this field is just unsurpassed, I think, compared to other industries. Here's a digital marketing specialist at Wickfire in Austin, Texas. Now, I don't know if this is remote or not, but here's the thing. These guys have had this up for 5 months. And it actually has kind of an insane number of applicants. You're like, oh my God, 5,000 applicants, I shouldn't apply. That means that this is a company that is constantly, a lot of these agencies have either turnover or they keep growing and they need to keep hiring more people. And when I say turnover, it's not because people don't like the company, it's because there's still such a lack of skilled workers that people get poached from company to company. So this is a Google Ads or PPC position. Doesn't even say how many years of experience they want. So that's another great sign. And it does say remote, reliable internet. That is another reason why they have, by the way, so many applicants. But as I've said before, I don't know what, the competitors have. They've got communication, customer service, leadership, Office, Excel. Again, this is, these are the soft skills. That means that this is not 5,000 amazing candidates. This means that they're drowning in bad applications. But one thing I would suggest you do in addition to Easy Apply is I went over to their website and I just wanted to double check. And yes, they are still hiring. When you see something's been up for that long, you want to check the website, make sure it's all current. Again, they're expanding, so it means they're probably just always gathering new resumes. And this is a cool thing too, guys, because if you just connect with someone over there and impress them, let's say they don't hire you this time, they will keep your resume on file. Some industries, I know they'll say, oh, thank you for applying, we'll keep your resume on file. And that's kind of like, sorry, we're never going to talk to you again. In digital marketing, though, that's not the case. Companies do follow up with good candidates because, again, low supply of skilled workers. And I like about their application over here is, look, your application, cover letter, resume, no canned cover letters, i.e. they want something customized like I teach you to do in the course. And then make sure, look at this, make sure your subject line contains your name and the phrase about me so we know you're serious enough about this job to have read this entire post. Now, this is a really simple thing, guys, but it's so essential. This is why I tell people don't bulk apply. The ability to follow simple directions is so basic, but 90% of the people applying to jobs do not do that. People are using bulk application strategies, which is terrible. So the fact that you actually took the time to go to their website, go to their careers page, read this whole thing, and then make your subject line, put your name and the phrase about me, and they are instantly going to know that you're a person that actually follows direction and pays attention. That's so much better than just putting detail-oriented on your LinkedIn. That's what I say to my students too, is I think putting detail-oriented in a resume is fine, but then you have to make sure that your resume is perfect. You can't have spelling errors and stuff. And attention to detail does matter. So I think this is a good one. These guys are obviously growing and they're always hiring, so I definitely would check them out. This is an interesting one because this is a part-time SEO strategist. We are seeking an experienced SEO strategist, conduct thorough analysis of client projects, meaning SEO audit, practical experience or bachelor's degree, which honestly, again, bachelor's degree does not provide any practical experience, so your practical experience in the course, even if it's just 2 weeks, is more than any bachelor's degree holder. Let's see, proficiency, why do I say this, guys? Why do I teach you Ahrefs, Moz, SEMrush? Why is it? Because this is what companies are looking for. And then again, minimum 1 to 2 year experience. That, again, you don't actually have to have that. And when it says proven track record in client management, don't worry about proving anything. First of all, there's no way to prove anything in this field because nobody shares, you can't share confidential client information. Second of all, remember, the language used in these postings is just sort of a guide. It's not set in stone. So don't worry about that stuff. The fact that you know how to do an SEO audit, that you know how to use SEMrush, Screaming Frog, that's what these guys care about. Now it looks like perhaps, let's see here, what do we have? And they only have 8 applicants. That's really interesting. 8 applicants. Doesn't say it's remote. Oh, it does say remote. I love how I said doesn't say that, and it's literally right in front of me. I look at a lot of these guys. Sometimes the text blurs together. This is a remote part-time role with flexible hours. Now, this is exciting because sometimes people do ask me if there are part-time jobs. And I'll tell you is it's not that common. It really isn't. Most jobs are full-time. But this happens to be a part-time one, flexible hours. You'd think they'd have more applicants, but they only have 8 applicants in 5 days. So I would definitely check out this one at Fire and Spark. I decided to mix things up a little and head over to Indeed. I'm always on LinkedIn, but Indeed is also a great resource. There's a lot of good jobs on Indeed. There's also ZipRecruiter, which I didn't use in this video, but I will in another one. I like this one because I see pay-per-click specialist at Rosewood Marketing, expertise in Google Ads, build out PPC plans, everything. Faith-based company. I can't really speak to that. Obviously, they can't, it's not legal to bring religion or make religion a basis of hiring, but maybe that just means that the culture is like a positive culture. But I would still look at this as a really good opportunity. 1 to 3 years managing PPC programs. Again, Myerstown, Pennsylvania, they're not going to find a lot of folks with that skill set. And again, when you see this 50 to 75K a year, that's saying we would love someone with 3 years of experience, but if you only have a little bit of experience, we will definitely be interested in you. And like I said, you can apply on Indeed, but I also went over to their website, Googled Rosewood Agency Careers. They've got their own little, this is interesting, it's a little graphic sort of flyer about that position. Check out the agency, check out the company so you can actually personalize your application. This looks like a good opportunity. Here is one, PPC specialist at a place called Unbiased. Now, what's interesting about this is I don't like how it said graphic web design and programming. That's again, I'll use that as an example, guys, of how the people posting don't know what they're doing a lot of the time. Sometimes the actual marketing people will send information to the HR people, and the HR people will take that information and then go, oh yeah, it's a graphic design position, and they do these, make these silly little things. But basically, this is an agency specializing in SEM, SEO. And it's just talking about, being detail-oriented, blah, blah, blah. So that also means, I would imagine, given that they haven't been specific enough in the requirements, they probably got a lot of bad applications. Also, at $20 to $21 an hour, guys, this is entry-level position. So, again, you don't have to worry about competing with more experienced, marketers, because no experienced marketers are applying for this. This is an entry-level position. Oh, it does say entry-level online PPC ad and pay-per-click advertising candidates. Driven, passionate about digital marketing, and strong interest in pay-per-click experience. I love that. Interest. That is another thing. They didn't say you need to have 3 or 4 years experience. They probably know. That indicates to me they know that $20 an hour is entry-level position. So that is congruent, and I like that. So, and then I think I went over to where did I go to? Oh yeah, I just went over to their website. So again, check out their website before you apply. And remember, this is an entry-level position. You want to be making a lot more than that after your 6 months or a year working on actual accounts. Here is an interesting one too. This is a law firm. They want search engine optimization because obviously legal leads are very, very valuable. Again, when it says $23 to $40 per hour based on experience, that just means this is an in-house position working for a law firm. You show up for this type of job. This is where you get to be the expert. You're the expert because they're lawyers. They don't know anything about digital marketing. So they're saying if you have a ton of experience, we'll pay you $40 an hour. If you don't have much experience, we'll pay you $23 an hour. If you're just starting out, that's still a decent salary. And it says it can be remote or in person. So this looks like a good one too. This is also a really good indication when you see the term junior in front of something. Junior! When you see junior in front of something, that means it is definitely an entry-level position. Do you have data-driven mindset? Oh, and then this company, I remember I did talk about this in the course at one point. These guys do politics. So, I don't know. If you like politics, this would be a good position. If you don't like politics, maybe you don't want to work here. But this is interesting. What's funny is, it's a junior position. They say 1 year experience in media buying. Again, not necessary. Interest, Google certification preferred. Of course, anybody who has actual experience will be certified. They've had 16 applicants. Let's see, what are the other skill sets? Yeah, like this. Okay, so one of the other applicants does have PPC experience, perhaps. Photoshop client relations leadership. Yeah, that shows, again, they are not getting the best applicants. It's higher bid, but again, anything that says junior in it, I always recommend my students apply for, because it definitely means it's super entry level. Here is search engine. Something wrong with this job? No. I just clicked the apply button because I wanted to see what would show up. Search engine marketing specialist, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Oh, I tell you, I think I might have mentioned this. I had an ex-girlfriend from Lancaster, and I visited there in my early 20s. And it's a beautiful town, but it's very small. So I don't know who they think they're going to find that's living in Lancaster if it's not a remote position. Again, guys, this just, look, whoever posted this, I'm almost certain it's human resources. People working in digital marketing understand that a marketing major doesn't know anything about digital. A marketing degree is not equivalent to 2 years of experience. So just throw all that out, and just remember, even if you only have a month's worth of experience from my course, you have more knowledge and insight than most people who are applying, and definitely all marketing graduates. So proficient with Google Ads, they're still calling it AdWords, content marketing, and or social media marketing. These are totally different things. I really think if you guys show up, you're going to outshine any of the people who apply for this already. Have a passion, positive attitude, etc. Oh, they want someone experienced with Macs. That would not be me, but I'm sure you guys, everybody loves, Macs, except for me, PC guy. And yeah, don't worry about the bachelor's degree thing. Let me see here. We got our communication leadership office nonsense. And 43 applicants. That's interesting too, because I'm like, yeah, okay, so Philadelphia, Harrisburg, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Those are bigger areas. There just ain't going to be too many people in Lancaster applying for this. But I did go to their website, and I would definitely check out the actual job posting and apply on their website and check out their agency directly. Here is a remote digital marketing specialist in Cleveland, Ohio, Compass Media. Productive digital workload. Fun, creative, energetic, showcase your skills kind of environment where you can grow and mentor, roll up your sleeves. Create and execute multiple digital campaigns across platforms. Google Ads, Facebook, LinkedIn, Spotify, Pandora, Pinterest. Now, when you see this, guys, I just want to know, nobody knows or really uses these platforms. If you break down the budgets, the revenue of all the ad platforms in existence, Google Ads is like at 250 or whatever billion a year. Facebook's like 150 billion. And then everything else is like a billion. It's so much less. So that's why these are the big ones. So if you show up and you know these two, or even just Google Ads, they will show you this other stuff. 2 years experience in SEO, 3 years experience in digital campaign management, and Google Ads certification. Again, guys, I want you to understand how arbitrary these numbers are. Who's to say what 2 or 3 years experience even means? I have students like Keyshawn who had like 6 months experience, and he's already managing so much ad spend. He's now more valuable than somebody with 3 years experience at another agency. It's very arbitrary, which is why I always encourage you to apply. And also it's in, well, I said it's in Cleveland, but it's remote. So when you see someone's been up for 14 hours, it already has 52 applicants. You can see here, now look at the map, right? This is also showing that people are applying from out of the country. Now, again, no disrespect from people who are not citizens of the country, but labor laws dictate that a company can only hire for salaried positions someone who has a work visa or is authorized to work, and you'll often see that on the posting. So automatically you know that a number of these applicants literally are not qualified to be hired. Yeah. So this is a good one. Again, I would go to their website, click on that, and apply on the website as yeah. Well, I guess you have to in this case. But again, research the company before you apply, and you'll have a very good shot. On to the next one. Now we got an SEO specialist at Top Rank Marketing. Over 100 applicants because it's remote. $55K to $70K per year. Again, that indicates that I'm pretty sure they're looking for somebody with more experience, but they're open to somebody with less experience when you see that kind of a salary range. Conduct research to develop data-driven informed keyword glossaries, content planning, maintain deep understanding of client's product, personal pain points. That's, again, it's funny they say that because I like that, because this is why in the course I teach you a very organic overall view of marketing. I don't just have you zero in on SEO or PPC. I want you to understand the entire funnel, the entire process of selling things online, and you would have that from everything you're learning in the course. Fluent in English language, of course, and familiarity with tools such as analytics, SEMrush, Search Console, etc. Let's see. So again, when you see 55 to 70K, that means that this is, like I said, entry level, but they want people with more experience, but they're open to people with less experience. And it's remote. Remote jobs are always going to get more applicants. But honestly, only 188 applicants for a remote position with this kind of salary is actually a little bit low. So definitely, again, do the easy apply and then Google them and find their careers page. And also, you can always reach out to the person hiring for the job as well. Here's an interesting one. SEM Google Ads Specialist. This is PPC. It's only 6 to 10 hours per month, but there's a possibility for more. So again, this is another part-time gig. Again, I don't usually see too many part-time gigs. This is 2-in-1 walkthrough, so that's kind of cool. $30 to $60 an hour, depending on experience. Google Ads forecasting, manage campaigns. Yeah, I definitely apply for this. Especially, this could be your a gig that you get on your way to getting a full-time job, or perhaps this position would turn into a full-time job. Looks like we have, again, applicants from overseas. So that's an interesting thing there. Again, here's a little thing I just noticed here. It says Monday.com and Slack experience a must. I don't know what Monday.com is, but I know what Slack is. And Slack is it's a really cool communication platform that a lot of companies use. This is an example of where if you see something extra like this in the job posting, go over to Slack and just learn how to use it. Again, it's just like it's not WhatsApp, but it's just like a Facebook Messenger type application, but it's much better because there's different threads and whatnot. It's you can sign up for free. It's super easy to use. You can learn it in probably under 2 hours. This again. So I'm saying this is not a complicated thing, but it's like an extra thing you can do and add to your resume to show them that you've read the job posting and can do the job. Here's a paid media coordinator with Cambar Digital. Develop and implement paid media strategies, Google Ads, Bing, Facebook, LinkedIn. Perfect. 1 to 2 years experience in paid media. This is interesting too because I haven't seen too many that say 3 to 4 years experience required. I think maybe towards the end I'll share those, but I tell you guys, apply to all of them. Apply. Get into that habit of applying. 1 to 2 years is code for at 45 to 55 a year. This is very, very entry level. That's the other thing too. When a company is saying that they're going to pay someone $55K a year for 2 years of experience, that's on very, very low end of things, okay? And you guys should know that once you get those 6 months to a year of experience, I want you making over 60K. However, you can use a job like this. I encourage you guys, get in the door, get your hands on those accounts. Once you're working there, once you're handling real accounts, now your resume is that much more valuable. In fact, that's often when my students get approached more and more by recruiters. Knowledge of best practices in paid media strategy, analyze campaign performance. Guys, this is a good option here. Use the easy apply, but then go over to Cambar Digital Career. I literally am just Googling this in real time. I don't know if they have a careers page about us, but let's see. I don't, but they do have a contact us. If they don't have a careers page, I would email somebody over there, show them that, drive that you have, because again, the easy apply, it just has a bit of a limitation to it because you're just clicking a button and you don't get to really customize it too much. But again, also make sure your LinkedIn is updated and created the way I show you in the course. This is an interesting one. This is SEM analyst at LegalZoom. LegalZoom is a huge company, so it's kind of interesting when you see these huge companies hiring. Remote first, develop, execute, and manage search engine marketing campaigns, paid search, PPC. I mean, these guys make a lot of money with their paid search. They get people to sign up to do legal documents, form LLCs, all that kind of stuff. 2 years experience in search engine marketing. This is interesting too. When they say bachelor's degree in marketing statistics or related field, it's so funny. It's like I don't know who is applying. People who have majored in statistics but don't know anything about Google Ads are not going to be able to do this job even remotely. They're not going to have a clue. So the other applicants here do have Google Ads. Well, this makes sense to me. It looks like 7 skills found on my profile match skills other applicants have. Oh, and there's no additional one. So nobody's got the communication, leadership, teamwork, etc. PPC. Why is that? Why is that? It's because the pay is good. Okay. Entry-level position, as it says, 67 to 87. This is like really good pay. So that will actually attract people who actually have experience. But I still, when it says certification in Google Ads, Bing Ads, and other relevant digital marketing tools are a plus, and knowledge of performance marketing channels outside of paid search, meaning like Facebook ads, this is stuff you can, add into your resume when they see that you're certified, when they see you've had some actual account experience. I would still apply for these, even if you think that the pay is like higher than what you should be getting. Always apply, guys. Always apply. I really encourage you to do that. That's how I got far in my career. I was never like, you never talk yourself out of applying for something. Let them reject you and be okay. It's okay. Don't reject yourself. Those are words to live by. Don't ever reject yourself. Let the other person reject you or accept you. You don't know what could happen. This is another one that's very interesting. Alpha Dental Solutions, 55 to 65K. Now, here's what's interesting. I remember this one. It says, minimum 4 years professional marketing experience with a significant focus on paid marketing. So these guys, I don't know who's applying for this job. 32 applicants in a couple of days. This is not the pay that is for this amount of experience they want. So as you do have some communication, leadership, Excel, Office in there, analytics, marketing, SEO. I don't know who is applying for this, but I'm telling you guys, the people who have the best skill sets, like my students, do not allow themselves to get underpaid as they advance into their career. 4 years of professional marketing experience equals $100,000. Not this, not 65K, not 55K. That's absurd. So what this tells me about this agency is I would say, first of all, be a bit cautious with this agency, but you can use them for your entry-level experience. Define, plan, execute, and measure SEM campaigns. You have what is necessary for this position. So I would come in here ignoring this or understand that they're not going to get people. They're really not going to get too many people. I guess they had some senior people, but I'm saying no really good senior PPC person is going to apply for a job with this kind of pay, unless they made a mistake with the pay, which doesn't usually happen. I think it's usually pretty accurate. And it also looks like it's an in-house position, so that's also, again, this is good for entry level. So I would apply to this. Get your experience for those 6 months if they're not paying you well, or again, 55K for entry level would be very good. That would probably also mean that for entry level, they might be paying lower, like 45K. Totally fine for that first job, but always remember you can leverage your experience within as little as 6 months. This one I like because it's remote, and I have one other connection working here who I think I've been meaning to interview. I don't know if I've interviewed Kenneth. I think we did interview him. I think we interviewed him a while ago. Digital marketing account manager. And what does it say? I never even looked at the description. It looks like, obviously, it's listed on the NASDAQ. This is a big company, plan to collect and document client goals. It's funny, primary point of contact. You know what? This may not actually be, this is interesting because it's not actually saying anything about managing accounts. It looks like maybe it's more of a strategy position. But look at these numbers. 2 years experience, 1 year of client-facing experience using SEO tools. It's so funny, they say SEO tools and then they say Google Ads. And then it's funny too, if this job isn't for you, but you have a friend who may be a perfect fit, share this job with them. Well, that means that they are definitely looking for somebody. They are definitely looking, and it's been up for 2 weeks with 8 applicants. So I would apply here. Let's see. And there's Kenneth. Paid search specialist. So this is Oodle in Cincinnati. We believe in the power of brands to improve lives, blah, blah, blah. Paid search is essential for immediate online visibility. Yes. 2 to 3 years of digital marketing experience, managing, optimizing, et cetera, et cetera. This is one of those positions where I'd say, 2 to 3 years. Don't worry about it, guys. Apply. I've had so many students get jobs where it said 3 years experience. And then I like where it says plus is Google Ads certified. Again, if you have 2 to 3 years experience, you will have certification. So I don't know why that should be under the requirements. I don't know why, or desired background. When they say it's a plus, that also indicates I think they're still would be open to an entry-level person. It's also interesting, it says experience with technical SEO. So this is another situation, guys, where this is definitely a paid search specialist. He's talking about paid search. He's talking about Google Ads. But he mentions a plus in this case would be a technical SEO. And that actually is a plus. You know, certification is not a plus. That should be mandatory. But knowing about SEO is one of the reasons why people often ask me in the course, should I learn SEO if I want to work in PPC? And I say yes. You don't have to go crazy with it. I don't want you to spend months and years of your life, you know, learning SEO, but do the audit, you know, get the basics. And then when you apply to a job like this, you can put this on the resume. And I usually tell guys on the resume, don't put SEO and PPC together unless the job posting specifically mentions both things. And in this case, it does. So you can put at the bottom, hey, I did an SEO audit, and send them the SEO audit along with your PPC spreadsheet, and you have a good chance of getting this job. I don't know if it's remote, but I will say that it is, I think in Cincinnati. I know there's just not that many folks with these skill sets. Let's see, who's applying? Where are they from? United States, New York City, Chicago. Yeah, so is it remote? Remote, oh, it's remote. I do a lot of these videos, guys. Sometimes I miss stuff. So yeah, it's remote. I would definitely apply for this. And yeah, in this case, put that SEO audit along with your PPC spreadsheet if you're in my course. Here's search engine optimization account manager, 60 to 70K plus bonuses, remote. So you know they're going to get a lot of applications. How many? 281. 2 to 3 years of enterprise SEO experience, agency environment, conduct audits. So includes your audit, guys. And again, this one with that pay level, it looks like, okay, this could be actually is not an entry level position. It could be a more senior position. It is remote. Apply anyway. Companies are always hiring, and you don't know if there might be a junior position that you'd be relevant for. I tell you, this has happened to me. It's happened to colleagues, students of mine. Again, just apply. Easy apply. Go to their website and research the company. This is interesting. Search engine marketing specialist at Therm Omega Tech Inc., which sounds like, let's see, is it an agency? I don't know. So this is why you want to do the, I'm not going to research this for you. Find out if this is actually an agency or an in-house company. But what's interesting is that it's been up for over 2 months. Okay, I couldn't resist. I Googled it. And it's been up for 2 months. And I went over here and I looked at their website. I just Googled it. And it looks like this is an in-house company. They do thermostatically controlled products. It's like a manufacturing company. This is probably going to be a boring but lucrative. And I do not see the job listed here. So in that situation, I would say, you know, don't go crazy on the application, but they do want someone for PPC. I would message her and say, are you guys still hiring for this position? Here's my PPC experience, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, reach out, find out what's going on. You know, in-house positions can pay very well because again, they're private companies. That's how I got my first six-figure situation, as an in-house job. But it's also a good practice just to reach out in this situation. Say, hey, I went to your website. I didn't see the job posted on the website. That also shows that you're, you know, taking initiative. And people notice that kind of thing. This one is paid search specialist PPC, like $25 to $37 an hour. And this is interesting. Managing, optimizing PPC campaigns, A/B split testing, proven track record of successful PPC campaigns. Again, the track record, it's like, you know, you can talk about it, but they're not going to ask you to look at the campaigns. That's confidential. And then it says solid knowledge of Google Ads. I like that, solid knowledge. That's the second time I've said that out loud. It rhymes. And Google Ads certification, a plus. What's interesting here is that this appears to be sourced from this JoBot, I think, which was like an AI or another job board, and you can apply here as well. JoBot. This is that article about companies eliminating bachelor degree requirements, which I'm very happy about. This is, yeah. So I think we're done, guys. We're done. This is just, again, this is just a handful. You know, I go through and I kind of pick out ones that look good, but this is after, you know, I'm just searching here for, you know, maybe 10 minutes. If you keep digging in, you're going to find more and more positions. And, you know, you can get on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, you can go to the agencies. For my students who are in my course, I have a list of 100 agencies that are almost always hiring. And there's just so many opportunities. So I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. I found it informative and educational. And if you'd like to know more about how you can get a $60,000 a year career with no previous experience or education, please click the link below to check out my free masterclass. And you can also click the link below that if you want to get more information right away about the full training that has helped thousands of people get jobs in digital marketing since 2016. And of course, you can feel free to leave comments or questions below. Please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more be notified when I publish more videos like this. And you can always email me with questions at seth@digitalcareerblueprint.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.